My people, there's serious tension building up ahead of November 5th, and this one no be small matter at all. Just recently, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has sent a very strong message to the federal government of Nigeria. This message has stirred a lot of reactions both online and offline, especially as the date draws closer. Now, before we go deep into the full story, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our updates as this issue unfolds. Now, according to reports, Nnamdi Kanu, through his legal team and close aides, sent a message warning the federal government about what he described as continued injustice and unlawful detention. Remember, Kanu has been in detention for quite some time now. Following his arrest and extraordinary rendition from Kenya back to Nigeria in 2021. Since then, his trial has dragged on, with so many court rulings, appeals, and political talks surrounding his case. What's bringing tension right now is that IPOB supporters and sympathizers are saying that if the federal government doesn't take certain steps before November 5th, there could be a new wave of protests or sit-at-home orders across the southeast region. And you know how these sit-at-home issues have been causing serious economic setbacks for people in that region. Traders, transporters, students, and even small business owners have been badly affected. Now, in his message, Kanu reportedly urged the government to obey court orders and release him, emphasizing that continued detention despite court rulings is a clear sign of disobedience to the rule of law. He also called on his followers to remain calm but firm, insisting that the struggle for justice must continue through peaceful and lawful means. But here's the interesting part. Many Nigerians are now wondering, will the federal government respond to this latest message? Because, as we all know, each time Kanu speaks or a statement is released on his behalf, it sparks serious reactions. Some people support him strongly, saying his case represents a bigger issue of marginalization, while others believe his approach has caused more harm than good to the region. Now, let's look at the timing of this message. November 5th is just around the corner, and it's also a period when several political and security events are expected to take place. The question is, what exactly will happen on that day? Is it just a warning, or should Nigerians expect something more serious? Remember, in the past, whenever IPOB made certain declarations, people used to doubt at first, but later, we would see how it affects the region. Roads empty, markets closed, schools shut down. Many residents obey these calls out of fear, even when IPOB officially says the sit-at-home has been cancelled. That shows how deep the fear and uncertainty still run in the southeast. Please, before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That's how you support this channel and help us keep bringing you verified and balanced reports. Now, let's look at the political side of this issue. Some political analysts are saying that this renewed tension might also have something to do with the upcoming political decisions in the southeast, especially as more groups are calling for political inclusion and restructuring. Some say the government's handling of Kanu's case could either calm or worsen the already fragile peace in the region. Others believe that dialogue is still the only way forward. That instead of using force or ignoring the agitation, the federal government should open meaningful talks with regional leaders and address the core issues that fuel these grievances: unemployment, underdevelopment, and insecurity. But on the other hand, security agencies have already increased patrols and surveillance across major cities in the southeast. Reports say there are fears that mischief makers could take advantage of the tension to cause chaos. Many residents are already calling for peace, saying they don't want any more bloodshed or crisis, especially as the Christmas season approaches. Now, let's be honest. The Southeast has suffered a lot in recent years from this back and forth between IPOB supporters and security forces. Lives have been lost, properties destroyed, and businesses crippled. People are tired. They just want peace and progress. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu's latest message is stirring mixed feelings. Some are hopeful, others are worried. And for those asking whether Kanu will be released soon, that's a big question. The Supreme Court had earlier upheld some parts of his appeal, but did not order his release. His lawyers are still pushing for a political resolution, arguing that his continued detention is unnecessary and could destabilize the country further. But here's something to think about. Is it possible that both the government and Kanu's group could reach a middle ground? Maybe through dialogue, negotiation, or some sort of political settlement. Because at this point, Nigerians are more interested in peace and stability than in endless court battles. Now, what many people don't know is that this November 5th date might also coincide with some remembrance or symbolic day within IPOB's calendar, which is why there's extra sensitivity around it. That's why security agencies are not taking chances. You can already see increased military presence in some southeastern states just to prevent any outbreak of violence. But beyond the security angle, let's talk about the human side of this story. Ordinary people, traders, students, and workers are the ones who suffer the most whenever there's unrest. So many are now calling on both sides to tread carefully and consider the lives of millions who just want to go about their normal business. As things stand, everyone is watching closely to see what happens between now and November 5th. Will the federal government respond to Kanu's warning? Will there be calm or tension? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing is clear. The situation is very delicate. And you, watching right now, what do you think? Should the federal government release Nnamdi Kanu as a way to restore peace? Or should the law take its full course? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And please, if you haven't done so already, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because we'll keep you updated as new developments unfold.